How's it going, everyone? We are back with another weekly watch list. Going to be the last week of July here. So, as always, wishing you all a great and successful week inside and outside the market, of course. And I hope you had a good month as well. In this watch list, I'm going to be covering my key level zones, supply and demand for SPY, QQQ, and then as well as ES and NQ and SPX as well. All my trades are taken on SPY and QQQ, but I use ES, NQ, SPX for confluence on those trades, all right? Before I go any further, just want to say thank you so much for clicking on the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. It means the absolute world to me. So if you find any value from this video, please consider dropping a like, dropping a comment, subscribing to the channel, or even sharing the video. So if you love the market as much as I do, just know I appreciate you and consider doing one of those things for me as well. Let's rock and roll. So looking at ES first, I have a 3-hour and a 30-minute demand zone. It's going to be the first area I am watching. Okay, we have this 3-hour demand here, and that's going to be at 64.10 down to 64.09. And then we have a 30-minute demand zone just above that as well here at 64.15. So we have this previous all-time high turned to support. We'll be watching that for like an intraday level as well. We don't have any supply, don't have any levels above since we are at all-time highs. I'm just going to be watching this demand zone for a bounce. Let's go over to SPY now, and we will head over to the 4-hour. So starting off on the 4-hour chart, looking at supply and demand, I don't have anything here on the 4-hour, so we can take it down to the 3-hour where we will have that same demand zone, right? So on SPY, it's going to be this 635.62 down to 635.52, and of course the previous day low down at 634.84. I'll be looking in this area for longs. As far as rejects go, we do not have any, again, at all-time highs. We do have this previous day high. I will not be looking to short the previous day high. I will simply just looking for a break and retest above for longs, which is over the previous day close as well, obviously. Now, I also want to mention that underneath this previous day low, my next demand zone, previous day low, is down to 634. And then below that, we do have a 45-minute demand down here that we have bounced once already, and that's going to be down here at 633.53. Now let's see if that 30-minute demand is also in SPY. It is not. We have a green candle and a green candle, so that's what I'm going to be watching on SPY. Let's go over to SPX. All I mark is previous day high and low and whole cycle numbers. So as you can see, we are right around 6,400. I think that'll be a big level this week. I'll be looking at longs above that and shorts not just below the previous day low at 63.68 because we have another key level here at 63.60. I would be looking at shorts underneath 63.60 down to the next previous day low at 63.17 with this resistance turn to support on the way at 63.36. Okay, as far as gaps go in SPX, it's been a bit. I don't know if we have any gaps here on the daily. No, not until all the way down here at 629, which is quite a ways away. I won't be looking at that. Let's go over to NQ. So over on NQ, let's go over to the 3-hour just to kick things off there. We actually need to go to the 4-hour. I have a 4-hour demand small red candle. I don't have the wick marked down to this, but just know I'm not going to be looking at shorts then unless we break below this 4-hour demand here. So we got all kinds of funky stuff here, meaning I have this 4-hour demand, but I'm just looking at the open of it. We have this small red candle followed by the large green. I really like the look of this candle here for demand. It's just I'm not going to, this would be such a huge zone. I don't want to cluttering up the chart. So I'm going to be looking for a reaction here at the 4-hour body and the 4-hour wick, which is also a 45-minute demand zone as well that we had already previously bounced here. So I'm really not interested in shorts too much unless we break below 23.353, right? And move down to this demand again. But even then, with these wicks, you know, I'm not really going to be looking too heavily. If anything, a half-size trade, you know, or an initial starting position entry, that's really it. But now we go back to the 4-hour. We do have this 4-hour demand right here. This is going to be my main area for a watch. I'll double check if we have any 45-minute or 30-minute here on NQ. We do not. So again, lots of demands here. We have this giant 4-hour demand. That's going to be the main watch for this week to come down, fill this area all the way down to 23.237.85, right? And really all the way up to this area here at 23.295. And that's a big zone, but I'm really just looking for reaction. So on demand plays, I'm just looking for a reaction at the wick and the body of it. So if we go to this 45-minute zone, right, we have 45-minute, I have the body marked out and the wick. We got a reaction to the wick already. Here's the body, and that body also is right next to that 4-hour wick as well. So the 45-minute body, the 4-hour wick, this is a really nice area at 23,295. That would be great for a bounce if we do indeed break this demand. And then lastly, at QQQ, we take it down to the 15-minute. We have our previous day high and previous day low. I do have this level here. This was a really sticky area for resistance here at this 566. We rejected it once, rejected it twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 8 times a little bit here. Like just, I'm watching this. It's already flipped to support a bit. I'll be watching this as an intraday level, but same thing. We have a 4-hour demand zone here. I have the high and the body marked. I'm not going to pull this zone all the way up. I don't want to clutter the chart, but a decent amount of demand here. You could take a Fibonacci on this as well. See where if that Fibonacci even lines up with any of those demand levels, just because that was a very strong move on Friday. As you can see, we have the 61 fib just about matches up with the 4-hour wick. So that's going to be high area of confluence. I'm not going to be looking to short this chart here. It's been very, very strong. Again, even under the previous day low where I would be looking at shorts, we have this 45-minute demand that we already bounced out of once. And then we have that same large 4-hour demand that we have on NQ. And I have the body and the wick of that marked out as well. So there's just a lot of demand really all the way down to 559. I'm not going to be looking to short much in this area here. It's going to be very high risk in my personal opinion. So that's what all of this is my personal opinion and not financial advice. But nonetheless, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wishing you all a great week inside and outside the market. Again, thank you for clicking on the video. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you all in the next watch list.